Continue today's lessons from where we stopped the last time in the first video with a quick review of the current state of our application. This is the index.tss page, the landing file where we are able to return hello world and then the name passed in with our contract, then the loading state just before the name appears. And we have a couple of components that we've set up, amongst which are the nav bar, where we set the app in the top navigation. If it's connected, it's going to return an address, and if it's not connected, it's going to return a logout button. And of course, we have our wallet provider context, where we're able to pass different hooks to set different states for the application, connected, address, and then the ability to call, connect to MetaMask, and disconnect. So we're going to start from there by, first of all, setting up the ability to connect to MetaMask. For a quick review of what our application looks like, I am going to run the npm run dev command to run the application on the localhost. This is the app UI. We'll continue our build by adding a connect wallet button. So the connect wallet button is just going to appear right under the name, and this will be an event handler that when we click it, it's going to trigger a connection to MetaMask. So to do that, I'm just going to create a new file called connect button. Then for here, we want to import the use wallet hook. Call all the hooks that are in the use wallet that we need here. So we want to return two states. The first being, if it's connected, we want to have a button that we can call to change the name. If it's not connected, we simply say have another button to connect to MetaMask. If it's not connected, turn button connects, and this button click should trigger an event to connect to MetaMask. Next, we test the connect button in the index.js text file. So import connect button. After our imports, we want to call connect button after we have returned the name. So connect button. So save this. We'll update the UI to make sure that the buttons are not very far apart. I already have some custom div sets. Got that. And let's view the app. Just test the app. Click on connect. So trigger the MetaMask interaction. Select the account, click on connect, and that connects that particular account and gives me the option to also log out from this account. So I've set up logouts already, and then we have connect set up. So we're able to connect into this app and then log out from this app. We have our connection set up. Next, it's to create a form where we can carry out write operations on chain. To carry out a write operation, we'll go to our wallet provider, write a new function to change name. We are going to leverage on this API argument, change name, and we'll pass it a new name string. The name of the function is change name. We are going to begin from our wallet context. We'll set a state for managing the response from the create wallet client hook, which enables to carry out write operations. After we have done this, inside the connect to MetaMask function, we want to be able to set the wallet client so that it's available throughout the rest of the application for carrying out write operations. And then we need a transport layer, just like we did with public clients, but we are going to use a custom hook that we add to VM. And with that, we want to set the client as wallet client, and we have another state here where we set the address as the user address after declaring variable user address where we get the selected address from window.ethereum. So having done that, we are ready to write our function to change the name. So it's an same function. It's called change name. It takes a user argument. Remember, the user argument is a new name. Then it's a try catch block. You can choose to return the error argument first. Or just have this console and error. Control this as well. So in the try block itself, we want to use the simulate contract from the public client and passing on the arguments to a request variable where awaits public clients call simulate contracts. Copy the arguments from here, which are like very similar, but the difference being that the function here it's called change name. Change name, it also takes an argument. Here we'll pass in the parameter user and of course an account, which is the calling address. Now this is ready. Declare the variable results where we finally call the write operation by calling client, which is the wallet client, write contract operation on the requests parameters. So we want to log the response to the console, which will be typically the transaction hash. So now that we have this function ready, we want to pass it to the wallet provider. So that will be change name. Change name is now available through our application. And to see the write operation in action, let us go to the connect button page where we are going to update the section where once the app is connected, we are able to pass in a name. And to do this, we'll start by first of all importing the new states React. So, and we want to be able to call change name on use wallet. And then we want to set the state. So we want to be able to manage the namespace. Let's have name, set name, here the initial state is empty. Next thing we want to do is to create a form where we can make a submission. So inside the connected states, let's create a form. I'm going to copy an already existing form. So this is a form that takes in a new name and then has a submit button. For this form, in the input feed, we want to be able to carry out a submit event, and then that will update the name. So let's add a function to handle submit. I'm going to copy and paste the code. So this code works us through handling submit. If the wallet is not connected, the wallet must be connected first, and then the name input field cannot be empty. And once the name is changed, it alerts us. We can update the form event handle. So on submit to call handle submit, and once that is done, in the input after the ID, I want to have a value field where we'll pass in name, and on change event handler where we target the name and set the name to the target value. So our form is ready for the name change. We can go into our app and test that the form works. You can go ahead and test the app. The name there currently is testing. Connect the app. This is the input feed. We can add the name, Emmanuel, submit that. This will trigger the MetaMask action, approve, and name has been changed successfully. So log out. You can see the new name there. We have come to the end of this session. And with that, we have come to the end of today's session. Thank you for watching to the end of this video. Kindly leave your questions, comments, and feedback. You can also ask your questions on Discord in the dev channel. I'm always available to answer. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.